Thank you for joining me again to another one of my mathematics tutorials. In this session, we will be looking at finding the area of some shapes. One of the methods involved in finding the area is dividing the shape into different parts and finding the area of each one of those parts separately. Let's first start with finding the area of this shape here. So what can be done is dividing this shape like this to form two different shapes. I can label this here A and this shape B. So I'm going to write my solution here. To find the area of A, I first need to find what the height of the triangle is. Now let's compare vertical sides. I have this entire length being 13 centimeters and this length here being 7 centimeters. So to find that missing difference, which is the height of the triangle, all I need to do is subtract 7 from 13. I'm going to get 5. Now, I know the height of my triangle. I need to figure out what the base of my triangle is. To do that, I compare horizontal sides. So this length is 16 centimeters and I know this length here is 8 centimeters. So the entire length is 16 and this part here is 8. To find that missing base of my triangle, I simply subtract 8 from 16 and I'm going to get 8. So the area of A, which is a right angle triangle, is going to be base multiplied by height divided by 2. 8 multiplied by 5 gives me 40, divided by 2 gives me 20. The area of B is a rectangle where the length is 16 and the width is 7. So the area of B is going to be 16 multiplied by 7. And that is going to give me 16 multiplied by 7 is 112. 112. Now, these areas, the units need to be in centimeters squared. So this one is also in centimeters squared. So my total area is going to be that 20 plus 112, and that is going to be 132 centimeters squared. And there you have it. I have solved for the total area of that shape. Let's move on to number 2. So number 2, I can draw a line right about here to divide my shape into two different shapes, and I can label this one A and I can label this one B. Now it doesn't matter how you divide up your shape, you are still supposed to get the same answer. So that shape A is actually a semicircle and B is a rectangle. So I'm going to write here area of A and area of B. I also need to write total area. The area of A is going to be half pi r squared, because remember, pi r squared is the area of an entire circle. It's half a circle I want to find out the area for, so I say half pi r squared. That is going to give me a half multiplied by 22 over 7, and in this case I'm just using pi as 22 over 7, multiplied by my radius squared. But what is going to be my radius? I have this entire length here being 16 centimeters and this length here being 6. So that should tell me that that entire length there is going to be 10. That 10 centimeters is actually the diameter of my circle. Remember, it's radius I need to find. So if my diameter is 10 centimeters, my radius is going to be half of that, which is 5 centimeters. So I can add here radius squared, which is going to be 5 multiplied by 5. Now, let's pull up my calculator. I'm going to get 22 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. That is 550. And I'm going to divide that by 7 by 2 is 14. It needs to be divided by 14. So I get 39.3. So I can put here 39.3. And remember, the units is centimeters squared. The area of B, which is a rectangle, is going to be length by width. So that is just going to be 16 multiplied by 7. And that is going to be 16 multiplied by 7 is 112. So my total area is going to be that 39.3 plus 112, and that is going to be 151.3 centimeters squared. And there you have it, your total area for number 2. Let's move on to question number 3. So I can divide this shape this way. I'm going to label this one as shape A and this one as shape B. So firstly, I want to find out my missing sides, and I have 2 sides missing here. I have that entire length at the base there missing, and this part here missing as well. So let's work out for this vertical part. If I know this distance here is 8 centimeters and I know this vertical distance here is 4, that should tell me that that remaining distance there is 4 centimeters. So here should be 4 centimeters. Now let's look at this horizontal distance. I have here being 5 centimeters and I have here also being 5 centimeters. So that should tell me that that entire distance there is actually 10 centimeters. Now I can go ahead and find the areas of A and B. So I'm going to write here area of shape A is going to be, now that is a rectangle. So the area of that rectangle is going to be 8 by 5. So I'm going to write here 8 by 5, and that is 40 centimeters squared. Next, my area of shape B. My area of B, which is another rectangle, is going to be 5 by 4. 5 by 4 is 20 centimeters squared. So my total area is going to be that 40 plus 20, which is going to give me 60 centimeters squared. And there you have it, your solution for number 3. Let's move on to number 4. So for number 4, I can divide my shape right here, and this one I can label as A, and this small one here I can label as B. Now let's compare horizontal distances in order to work out our missing side for this part here. That entire distance is going to be 8, and this distance here is 5. So it should tell me that that missing distance there is going to be 3 centimeters. Let's compare vertical distances now. This here is 7 and this one here is 4. So it should tell me that that little part there is going to be 3. Area of A is going to be 5 by 7, and that is going to be 35 centimeters squared. Area of B is going to be 3 by 3, and that is going to be 9 centimeters squared. My total area is going to be that 35 plus 9 to give me 44 centimeters squared. Next, number 5. Now, the instructions for this one was to find the area of that shaded part. So what you can do is label your outer rectangle as A. So I'm going to call that A. And the inner rectangle, I'm going to call that B. So to find the area of that outer rectangle, I use the outer measurements, this here being 13 meters and this side being 7. So the area of A is going to be 13 multiplied by 7. So that's going to be 91. Area of B, I'm seeing this distance here as 4 and this distance as 1. So the area of B is going to be 4 multiplied by 1 to give me 4. And let's not forget our units. This here is meters squared. So to find the shaded region, it's going to be 91 take away 4, and that is going to give me 87 meters squared. Let's look at number 6. I can divide that shape along here, and I can call this one A and this one B. So let's look at rectangle A. I'm seeing 20 as our length and our width is 5. So area of A is 20 multiplied by 5 to give 100 meters squared. Area of B now. I have my length missing, so I can find that out using this vertical distance of 25. So it's going to be 25 take away 5 to give me that length of B, and that should be 20. So to find the area of B, it's going to be 20 multiplied by 4, which is 80 meters squared. So your total area is going to be 100 plus 80, which is 180 meters squared. Let's take a look at that last question. I can divide the shape here as well as here, and I will actually have 3 shapes for this one. So I'm going to call it A, B, and C. The length of my rectangle A is 14 and my width is 4.5. So to find the area of that one, it's just 14 multiplied by 4.5 to give me 63 meters squared. Area of B, I'm seeing this distance, this vertical distance here as 3. And to find this distance, it's going to be 9 and 3, which is 12, and I take that away from 14, I'm going to get 2. So it's going to be 2 multiplied by 3, which is 6 meters squared. And the area of C is going to be 14 multiplied by that same 4.5, and that is going to be 63 meters squared. My total area is going to be 63 plus 6 plus 63 to give me 132 meters squared. So if this video was beneficial to you guys in some way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more of my videos.